Hi friends, welcome to RS Tech Views. My name is Rajshekhar. Today we are going to discuss about the control statements, part 2. If you do not subscribe my channel, please subscribe and press the bell icon for notifications of my latest videos. If you didn't see that part 1 video, control statements, check that description. I will provide that link. Please see that video also. So now I will quickly start that video. So looping statements are conditional statements. In a program, any part of code needs to iterate multiple times. Then we should go for loops. Here, three type of loops statements is there. Those are for, while, do while. First we'll go for the looping statement, first statement. Okay. The first statement provides a compact way to iterate over a range of values. See the syntax. We'll declare like this. So first place is initialization part, and next the termination part and the increment part. So here the two semicolons is there inside of this. Okay, so these should be included. Okay, so they should be included. So if the termination part will mention condition, based on that condition only this statement part will execute. We'll see one example program for clear understanding. Class, we'll give that class name is file loop demo. So capital F here because the class name, public static void main string outs. Okay, so here I will declare one variable int number equals to 1 for int a equals to 1, a less than okay, I will mention 5. Okay, so number like this, a plus system dot out dot println, it will print that number a. So for loop demo dot java, sorry, it's a file not file, this is for loop. Now we'll go for execution. Clear, java c space for loop demo.java, compile the program, java for loop demo. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. See how they executed. First, this is the initialization part, right? So here we will initialize the value. We'll declare and we will assign the value in this part. After this part, this is the termination part. So here we will use that condition. So if you give any n number of conditions here, but the finally it should come true or false. Say a less than or equals to number. What is the number? 5. What is the a? A value is 1. Here we declare, right? So 1. 1 less than or equals to 5. So 1 is that below 5, right? So that's why this condition will true. So next it will go to that statement. It will print here the number 1. After this one, it will go this statement. It will be incremented the value, right? So next it will increment the value and it will check the condition again. So what is the value after increment? A value is 2. 2 less than or equals to 5. It will check and it will go to the this statement. It will print the statement and then it will go this condition. Like that it will go until this condition fail. If this condition fail, it doesn't execute this one. It will go out of the loop. And if there are any statements out after the for loop, it will execute that one. So I will write one more statement here. So after the loop I will print here the number. Okay, now let's execute, compile the program, run the program. See, after the loop, fine. So it will execute like this. Initialization part will execute only one time. So after the condition fail, it will execute this statement. It doesn't execute this one once the condition failed. For loop. Next we'll go for nested loops. So in the previous condition statements, right? In condition statements we checked like nested if conditions like that, right? So like that here also nested loops is there. Nested loops. So for loop. So inside of the for we can declare another for. There is no restriction. You should give like a nested loops, only 3 loops or 4 loops, like that. There is no limitation here. You can give n number of loops based on your project requirement. Okay, next we'll see one example for this. I will modify the same example. Number 5 here. I will copy this one. Copy here. And inner loop. See, this one is we already declared, right? Int a. Again we are declaring here. So this is wrong. Do you remember that blocks of code and the scope of variables, right? So this scope doesn't end to here. So it ends here. So if you declare like this, it will give that compilation error. If you want, I will show you again. Java C See, compilation error. The variable a is already defined in method main. So that method main only we already discussed. We already declared that one. So it will give the compilation error. So we need to change the variable here. Number b and d. So here I will declare outer loop. Here I will mention b. It will execute. So how it will execute? See, first it will start from here, right? So a is equal to 1, 1 less than or equals to number is a 5, the condition true, and it will execute the statement. Next, in the continuation, right? So here declare that b equal to 1 and b 1 less than or equals to number, that is a 5, and it will execute this one. Next, here it will increase the b value 2 less than or equals to 5, it will execute this one. Again it will increment the b. So up to when this condition falls, whenever this condition falls, it will come out of this loop and it will execute this one. This one will be the increment. A is how much? 1. So 1, it will increment it the 1 value. So it will be the 2 less than or equals to number. Again it will print this one. And the second iteration of A also, it will execute 5 iterations B. Each and every iteration, it will iterate that 5 times. So we'll compile this program, compile, run. See, first iteration, outer loop. In that outer loop, it printed 5 times of inner loop, first iteration. In second iteration also 5 times. In third iteration also 5 times. Fourth iteration also 5 times. Fifth iteration also 5 times. Finally, after the loop, 5 will be printed. So this is that for loops. We can declare it inside of the one more loop and you can try it. This is the nested loops. Up to here clear, right? So now we'll explain without initialization, condition and increment or decrement. So in looping statement, we can use the for loop without initialization, without condition, without increment and decrement part. The statement will be execute. Why? So by default, the condition of for loop is true. So if you leave it like this, and you can write a program and use this without initialization, condition and increment or decrement, so it will execute that one is infinite. So it will go like an infinite loop. We'll see one example for clear understanding, right? Yeah. So I will use like removing this, only this one. I'm removing this and this and this one also, this outer loop. See, I will compile this program. So what will happen? Right? So it will execute, it doesn't break and it doesn't give any compilation error. See, compile successfully, right? So now execute. See, you're observing, right? outer loop, it printing like this. It doesn't end. It will run again infinitely. So up to when so looping statements, while loop, this is a syntax. While is a keyword, we should write like this only, not capital letters or nothing. So we should use the all our small letters and expression part and this flower braces and the statement. So this is the syntax of while loop. Whenever the expression is true, then only it will execute the statement. So multiple times it will execute. Whenever the expression is false, then it will be the terminate. So if the expression is 200 times, 100 times this block will execute. Number one, while number less than or equal to 5, system.out.println number, we should increment it that one, number plus plus line a plus 1. Okay, so I will copy the statement, paste it here, outer while loop. Yeah, so we should compile this program. Compile, run the program. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Outer while loop 6. Why outer loop 6? We'll explain that one. Okay. So first number equals to 1. 1 less than or equal to 5. Condition true. It will execute the number 1 and it will increment the 1 value. So again it will go and check the condition. Now what is the number value? Number value is 2. 2 less than or equal to 5. This condition true. It will execute this one and it will increment the another value. So number is 3. 3 less than or equals to 5. The condition true. It will execute this one. It will print the 3 and it will increase the value. Number will be 4. So 4 less than or equal to 5. Condition true. It will execute this statement and now it will increment the number 5 here. So again it will go here, it will check the condition 5 less than or equals to 5, condition true, it will execute this statement and it will increment the value again. So now the number value is 6, 6 less than or equal to 5, 6 less than or equal to 5 is false, right? So this condition failed. So it will terminate this loop and it will come here and it will print outer while loop number is 6. That's why the 6 value came. Okay, so now here the line A, why we need to use this one? We already explained, right? So it will increment the value and come like this. If I remove the line A, what will happen? I remove the line A, I will execute the program. Compile. See here also it will give some infinite loop. So why infinite loop? Because the number is not incremented. So always number is 1. Always is condition true. It will execute this one infinite loop. Okay. So we should check like that. See number 1 printing number 1 number 1 number 1. So I terminated that one. User clear. Okay, we should use the number increment, otherwise it will go to that infinite loop. Okay, so previous we discussed light in inside for loop we can use one more for loop like that. Like that here also we can use that nested while loops. Nested while loops also we can see the syntax. While expression 1 inside another while expression 2 and the statements. Like that we can declare in real time also based on your requirement. Okay. Now we'll see one example for clear understanding. Right. So I will modify the same program while we'll use the number 1 less than or equals to 5. Here where we declare the number 1 we should declare, right? So otherwise it will give the compilation error. I will declare here only number 1 equals to 1. Copy, paste it here, number 1 and number 1 here, number 1 plus plus. Outside that numbers plus plus I'm using. This is outer loop. So this is inner loop. In outer loop we are printing one statement and this is number 1 number 2 like that. If the number 1 came, number value 1 came, so it will execute this one number 1 value 1. So this loop will iterate 5 times. Here the number 1 value is 1, right? So 1 to 5 it will increase, it will iterate. So after terminating this one, it will increase the number value and it will check the condition of this, and then next same procedure will execute like that. Okay, we'll execute this program. Java C, compile successfully. See, it printed, right? 1, number 1 is 1, so number 1 is printed 5 times and number value is 2. This is the inner loop, right? So this is 5 times. Outer loop is third time, it will 5 times will execute. Outer loop 4, inner loop is 5 times. Like that it executed. So nested loops. Next topic is do while. Do while is a different for a while loop. See, first it will execute the statement and then check the condition. But in while loop, first it will check the condition and then it will execute the statement. In real-time scenarios, some files concepts, those places mainly will use this type of condition statements. Okay, so this is a do while statement. So do is a keyword, you should give the small letters only. While is a while also keyword, so you should give like this only. So, and the important thing is semicolon. Semicolon is very important here. If without the semicolon, it will give the compilation error. So only for the do while. After this while expression, we should give the semicolon. We'll see the example for clear understanding. Okay, I will remove up to here using the same one, so I don't want to write it again and again. I will cut it this do my loop. Okay, that's fine. This is a do while. So we'll compile the program. I will clear first. Compile. See, it is executing. Why? Because we forgot to write that increment of the number. Okay, so we should increment the value also here. Number plus plus. So now it will execute fine. Compile the program. And the program see number 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so I will remove this one. I will compile it again. See compilation error semicolon expected. The semicolon is very important in do while writing. So we'll compile it again. And we'll run it again. Okay, so this is a do while. So for example, if I give like a 5 only, okay, I will give 5 here. So now what will be the output? So number 5, it will execute like number is a 5 and number will be incremented to 6, and then here we'll check the condition number 6 less than or equal to 5, right? So 5 is not bigger than 6, right? So the condition failed. It doesn't go again to the do. Compiling, and the program number 5 is printed. So all about this do while. So just remember semicolon is important here. Do and while is should be small letters. You shouldn't give like capital letters. So first it will execute this statement. So after the statement only it will check the condition. This is do while. Thank you. Please subscribe RS Tech Views. Like the video, share the video, and comment the video. Thank you guys.